time for our topic of the week here at Economic Outlook. The demand for food such as eggs, cooking oil and beef has started to increase as retailers and households are piling up stock and for Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. The annual religious occasions are a crucial moment for food and beverage producers to meet their sales target.
According to the latest report from Central Statistics Agency or BPS, the high demand for food such as chicken meat, beef and eggs has caused price increases in various regions because supply is getting lower while the demand is on the rise. Head of BPS Amalia Adininggarwidyasanti said that chicken, eggs and chicken meat are two commodities that need an extra attention to the government to ensure their price increase can be controlled. In early February, BPS noted that the price of chicken eggs had rose by 2% compared to December 2024. Meanwhile, chicken eggs experienced a price increase in most of regions in Indonesia. The demand for basic necessities, especially during Ramadan, increases significantly from normal days because food consumption is higher than usual. The peak increase occurs towards Eid al-Fitr at the end of the fasting month. The demand for food and beverages and other basic necessities usually increases by 30% during the festive month. Meanwhile, Coordinating Minister for Food Zulkifli Hassan revealed that the prices of basic necessities such as cooking oil and sugar in several regions had also begun to increase ahead of Ramadan. The increase did not only occur in basic necessities, but also in the demand for processed foods and beverages. For domestic food and beverage producers, Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr contribute greatly to their annual sales. With a Muslim population of almost 250 million people, the fasting month and Eid al-Fitr are crucial times for the food and beverage industry to achieve sales targets. The Indonesian Food and Beverage Entrepreneurs Association, or GAPMMI, estimates that the growth of the domestic food and beverage or F&B industry could reach 6% in 2025, higher than the 5.5% projected for 2024. However, the government's plan to limit imports of salt and sugar as part of the government's program to food self-sufficiency program could cause an increase in prices of raw materials, which could consequently increase prices. In fact, Indonesia is among the most attractive countries to invest and do business in the food and beverage industry, not only to tap into the local markets but also export markets. The F&B industry in Indonesia has become one of the most attractive sectors for foreign investors, thanks to its strong economic contributions, a growing consumer base, and expanding business opportunities. According to Invest in Indonesia consulting companies, foreign businesses can capitalize on several key opportunities in Indonesia F&B sector, such as processed food exports, products like packet snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and beverages aligned with urbanized lifestyles. Raw material imports. Indonesia relies on imported goods such as wheat, dairy, and processed foods, creating opportunities for suppliers. Cold chain solutions. Given limited refrigeration infrastructure, shelf-stable products perform well, while frozen foods present long-term growth potential as cold chain logistics improve. Halal market expansion. With a majority Muslim population, demand for halal certified products remains robust.
It's time for our dialogue now. Prices of food such as chicken, meat, eggs, and beef have begun to increase ahead of the Ramadan fasting month in March. And we have our guest, Bapak Adhi S. Lukman, Chairman of Food and Beverage Producers Association. And we will talk about the availability of the food stocks during the fasting month. Welcome, Pak Adhi. again on
Thank you.
Economic
Thank
Outlook.
you,
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Pak Adhi, Ramadan is a crucial moment
Yep.
to boost the sales
Yeah.
because the demand for the food has,
Yeah.
of course, increased sharply during the fasting month. How is the condition of the stocks to meet the high increase in demand prior to the fasting month?
Yes, of course, this is the routine cycles for the food and beverage towards the Ramadan. Yeah, I think for the finished product or processing food is no problem. See, we are ready. We have sufficient stock for the food and beverage, but we understand that the fresh food like chicken, meat, egg, vegetable, this is the problem because suddenly the demand increase during before the Ramadan, and this is also after Imlek, after
Exactly. This
New
year is a
Year's.
little bit special because it's back to back. It's very
yes,
tight.
yes, very tight. So that's why in some area the price is increasing, but I believe the stock is still enough. Yeah.
The stocks is safe so far.
Safe, yeah.
Okay, Pak Adhi, with this high demand, what steps have been taken by the F&B Association to keep the prices of our food relatively stable? Because we know we expect it to rise, but what are the efforts so far from the F&B Association?
Yeah, we have prepared for the processing since November last year because we already talked with the distributor, with the groceries, and also for the wholesaler, retail, and they already order since November, December, and we deliver the product to all Indonesia from December. This is we are ready to distribute to all Indonesia. No problem so far for the food and beverage product. And also the price. Yes, we maybe a little bit increase because the raw material increasing, the price, logistic costs, and also the minimum wages also increase a little bit, but we cannot increase so much because the demand, the buying power of the people is not well now. So that's why we are set the price a little bit increase, not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the range, Pa? How much percentage of increase are we looking at for the food prices increase?
I think in average below 5%.
Below 5%.
Below 5%.
And is this as a comparison to like the previous year, is this considered normal?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay.
They consider normal.
Okay, all right. Now, Pak Adhi, we know that the government has a policy to limit the sugar and salt imports. How does this has an impact to the industry, and especially in terms of production costs? What is the impact on that limitation to the salt and sugar imports?
Yeah, for the raw material, we have two aspects. One is about the availability and price, international price. For the sugar, and also the price is up and down. So far, sugar, according to the government, is no problem because government already decide to give the import license for the sugars for the industries, around 3.4 million this year. I think the sugar industry, okay, safe, no problems. But for the salt, now we are discussing with the government because we have what we call it the Peraturan Presiden and Presiden Regulation in 2022 that not allowed for the industry to import the salt for raw material. So that's why now we are talking with the government because the food industry still need the salt a little bit for special specification. Not all industry can use the local salt. So this is we already proposed to the government, and we do hope the government now will revise the Perpres 126 2022, and hopefully as soon as possible the government can revise it. Otherwise, will impact to the industry because we know, the industry demand is for the salt is not too much, not so much, but this is a must. We have to use a little bit for ingredients and especially for the specific special specifications. So that's why we cannot use the import salt.
I see.
But we understand that we have to support the government to use a local salt. So that's why now we talk with the government. We have to make a roadmap in the long term. What is the preparation of the upstream industries from the salt farming until the industry. So we agree to do this together with the governments to prepare with the roadmap, but not now because
So
now
that
it's
currently
yes,
still underway.
Still, yeah.
Okay.
Still not enough even in the quantity and also the quality as our special specifications.
Okay. Pak Adhi, on behalf of the food industry and organization, can you explain to us how is the growth performance of the F&B industry so far, and what is the outlook for this year?
Yes, okay. In 2024, fortunately, we already increased above the economic growth. Last year, our economic growth 5.03. Our food and industry increased 5.9%. 2023, we increased around 4.47%. So now we already above the economic growth. So actually, this is towards to the normal because always food and beverage increase growth is always above the economic growth. So and we predict that if everything running well, we hope we can increase around 5 to 6% this year in 2025. But we also prepare to go to the normal growth because the food industry normal growth is around 7 to 9%.
We're still far below that percentage
so that's why
at the
next
moment.
year, maybe 2026, beyond, we will try to increase to that number.
Okay, so we are going to that direction. What would be the main obstacles to achieve the current food growth that we are aiming for?
Yeah, the global situation regarding the geopolitics and also climate change. This is the big issues in not only Indonesia but all the world. So that's why we have to prepare, because this too is impact to many things about the price of the raw materials, the availability of the raw materials, and also unstable, including the currency.
Okay.
The currency exchanges, this impact to industry. So that's why we have to prepare of this, and also we hope the government can consider this is become our national problem, national interest to be ready with that impact. Okay. So we hope the government will understand the situations and give the regulations to support it, to anticipate this impact. Yeah.
What about locally, Pak? What would be like the local obstacles to achieve our growth target?
Raw materials.
The raw materials.
The big issue is raw materials. You understand that the food industry in Indonesia still import a lot of the raw materials, insufficient in the locals, include not only quantity but also the quality, and also price higher than the global market. So this is our obstacles, the main obstacle. And the other things about the regulation, we hope the government will review many regulations that not in the same coordination among the ministry and government agency. So we hope this will be reviewed by the government to reduce the cost.
I see.
This is very important. In the long term, we have to improve our competitiveness in the global market. This is a must. So that's why we have to do this.
And you know, like Indonesia is among the largest food and beverage markets in Asia at the moment. How large is the presence of foreign companies at the moment in Indonesia, and which sectors are they mostly engaged on?
If we talk about the sectors, many sectors, foreign investors come to Indonesia, from the dairy industry, from the snack industry, noodle industry, everything they enter to the Indonesian market because the demand of the Indonesian market is very attractive. Yeah. So if talking about the how big the foreign investor in food and beverage, I think the local investor still bigger than the foreign investor for the food and beverage.
Okay.
But currently there are a new trend that many foreign investor coming to Indonesia, including to the bakery industry, to the dairy industries, snack also coming because the demand increasing in Indonesia.
So how much of this will actually be a threat to our local economies and local businesses?
Well, we work together, we run together with the foreign investor. I think because the market in Indonesia is still growing, I think it's not big impact to the local company, but we have to improve our competitiveness. This is very important for our local industries. Otherwise, the foreign investor will win the competition in the market.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your insights, Pak Adhi, and we'll see you again next time for our chat.
Thank you.